We spent 2 weeks on an epic train journey across Europe, starting in London and finishing in Tallinn, Estonia. Along the way, we'll be stopping in 6 countries and exploring 6 cities, trying to see as much as possible.
Now I think we've climbed nearly every tower in town. It's a bit of a mission to get up here.
Uncovering local history and culture.
So he is a legendary person here in Riga with an epic mythical story behind him.
And of course, trying loads of local food.
Well, these wasps are attacking me. Awesome. I love kebabs already, but so good.
In this video, we arrive in Riga, where we spend 2 days exploring the stunning old town, learning about some of the city's interesting urban legends, and trying loads of Latvian food, including a visit to the very unique Riga Central Market. So jump aboard and join us on this epic train journey across Europe.
Welcome to rainy Riga. So we just got off the train and we dumped our bags in a storage locker and we're heading out to our first stop. So we have to catch a tram out there. This is a very interesting place with a cool story. We'll see you there.
We jumped on a tram out to the Vidzeme suburb. This stop is a little bit out of the way from the rest of the attractions in Riga, but this one was just too awesome to miss out on.
Alrighty folks, we are at our first stop here in Riga. And so this is Sam the Monkey. So this is a sculpture created by Russian artist Denis Prasilov. So it depicts a monkey named Sam and it's in honor of animals that died during spaceflight survival tests. So this sculpture was part of a series of sculptures that were here in Riga, and the people here loved it so much they wanted to keep him. So now Sam sits in this random car park and is surrounded by e-scooters. So yeah, to get out here you need to take a tram from the center of Riga, about 20 minutes. And to get tickets for that, you can go to ticket machines or you can go to a place called Never Seen. They're like 7-Eleven or something here, and you can buy a ticket that looks something like this. So yeah, Sam the Monkey. We are now at the Freedom Monument, which was built in honor of those who died in the Latvian War of Independence. And there are 2 soldiers that stand guard that represents Latvians' sovereignty. So yeah, while we're here, we got to see like a changing of guard ceremony. So apparently they do this every hour for the hours that they stand guard here during the day. So yeah, pretty cool. Alrighty folks, so we have now checked into our accommodation here at Riga and we are staying at a hotel called the Eurostar Metropole. So it's in a really good location. It's right on the edge of the old town and just a 5-minute walk from the main train station there. So it's going to be perfect when we leave in a couple of days time. So yeah, let's check this room out. It's a pretty nice hotel. Like, it was very fancy downstairs. I think it's pretty old, but there we have a nice sized room. There is a gnat. Yeah, so nice double bed, nice and spacious, nice decor, a couple of old pictures of Riga up there. Then we have the bathroom, which is quite spacious actually. It looks modern, I really like it. And then we have the shower there. So yeah, pretty cool room. So we're just gonna chill out here for a bit, go out for some dinner. I'm not sure what we're gonna have yet, but yeah, see you at dinner time. Alrighty folks, so we're now gone out for dinner and we're at a place called Folkklub a la Pagrabs, which in English means folk club in the cellar. So this is like the place we went in Lithuania. It is a restaurant in a wine cellar. So it's got this beautiful medieval theme as well, really awesome. And we've got ourselves this little nook here. So if we do that, we're in this little nook. So yeah, so we've ordered a Latvian beer, as well as a Latvian beer snack, which is this garlic bread on rye bread. So this looks similar to the Lithuanian bar snack, but this is much more chunky. So yeah, let's give it a go. Comes with some dipping sauce.
It looks like ramen.
Oh yeah. It's very good also. Same, very, very good. Crunchy on the outside, soft in the middle, very garlicky. No vampires will be robbing us on the way home. We'll be all good. Well, let's wash it down with this beer, shall we? Let's see what it's like. Not bad, not bad. I like it. I like it. What's that called? Balskas. Very, very nice. So yeah, we're gonna finish this off and we're gonna order some main meals, some more traditional Latvian dishes. Alrighty, so our mains have arrived and I have ordered pearl barley risotto. So I cannot pronounce the Latvian name. I'll put it on the screen for you, but basically it is pearl barley, some vegetables and some meat. And apparently this is an ancient Latvian dish and they make it here to the medieval recipe. So I'm super excited for that. And I've matched it with this beer here. It's called Madonna's and they say it is a farm style beer. I have no idea what a farm style beer is, I'll be very honest with you, but the guy did say that this beer will match this dish. But he also said that he doesn't recommend that I even have this dish. But I'm gonna go with it. I want the medieval dish to match the decor of this place. So yeah, let's give this a try. Why not, hey? Look at it. It doesn't look too appealing, look at that. Let's give it a go.
Nothing wrong with it?
It's good.
Good? Okay.
It's creamy. Obviously that pearl barley's got like a bit of a weird texture, but it's like a meat flavor in there, some vegetables. What's he complaining about? Now let's try the beer that's supposed to pair with Madonna's. Ooh, I was not expecting that. It is slightly fruity. Oh, I can't really describe it. I've never had a beer like it. That is strange. All right. Fair enough. Okay. So what do you got, Martina?
Okay. So it's traditional Latvian meatball.
Oh, that's
made
good.
according to the grandmom
Oh,
recipe.
the grandmother's recipe.
So I'm gonna try it. Very good. The sauce is a little bit tangy, paired with the sauteed sauerkraut. I don't know what the sauce is, but the sauce is so good though. It made the meatball like bump up to the next level. Awesome.
We are now at the Latvian Academy of Sciences. So this is a 108-meter skyscraper that was built in 1961, and at the time it was the tallest building in Latvia. So as you can see, it has a Soviet kind of style of architecture, even including some hammer and sickles on the facade there. So there is an observation deck on the 17th floor. We're going to go up there now and check it out. Alrighty folks, so we have made it to the Latvian Academy of Sciences observation deck. So yeah, it's a bit of a mission to get up here. First, you take an elevator to the 15th floor, then you take one set of stairs, then you go through some corridors, then you take another set of stairs, and then you're here on this beautiful observation deck, which gives you amazing panoramic views of Riga. So yeah, it was only €8 to come up here, and right now we're the only ones here. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, let's go check out these views, shall we? Alrighty folks, we are now at the Riga Central Market. So this is the largest market in Europe, and what also makes this place special, it's housed in these 5 gigantic German Zeppelin hangars. So yeah, you'll find pretty much everything you would ever want here, from fresh produce to things like, whoa, someone just broke a bottle on the ground. So you'll also find things like cheese, sweets, baked goods, pretty much anything under the sun food-wise. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have some lunch here, and there's even a brewery here, so we might even grab a sneaky pint.
We really enjoyed wandering around and exploring the 5 pavilions made from the gigantic Zeppelin hangars. You'll find loads of local produce on display, especially in the gastronomy pavilion, which was our favorite as it has things like smoked meats, cheese, artisan bread, and all sorts of locally produced goodies. Here you'll also find the food court where you can pick up some Latvian classics. This market is super awesome. Make sure you don't miss out when in Riga.
Alrighty folks, we have now got ourselves a couple of dishes for lunch, and we're going to eat them here at the brewery here called Latvias. So we're killing 2 birds with one stone, Latvian food and beer. So the first dish we have here is called pankukas gulu, which are meat pancakes, and the next dish here is called septi pelamini kagulu, which are fried dumplings with pork inside. And it looks like it comes with some, what is that stuff called? Sour cream. Sour cream. So it comes with some sour cream, and of course, the pint from the brewery here. So this is just a lager. Love the logo. It looks like some sort of Viking or something crazy like that. So yeah, let's try this food out. So I'll start with one of these dumplings. There we go. A little bite size. It looks like popcorn or something. Oh yeah, that is really good. Really flavoursome. Can't beat a pork dumpling.
Yeah, you can order the steamed as well, but we want something.
Yeah, we've had a lot of steamed dumplings in the last few days. And now for the pancake. I'm just going to pick it up with my hands. Oh, it's really hot. Again, same sort of filling as in the dumplings, just a different type of casing. So that casing's a little bit softer, where the dumplings, the fried casing is like really solid. All right, so let's try this pint. Oh yeah, it says it's a lager, but it's more like an IPA, to be honest. Yeah, so yeah, we'll sit here, enjoy this, and then we've got another place in mind after this that includes more alcohol. So I just got another pint, and I was talking to the barman, and he was telling me that Latvias, the name of this bar, references a bunch of pagan warriors, Latvian pagan warriors that existed back in the day. And he was saying that a lot of Latvian people to this day consider themselves to be pagans, and on the summer solstice they get 3 days of holiday here, which is really cool. So the pagan traditions still live on, which is really cool to hear.
Our next stop was Riga Black Magic, which is probably the best place in Riga to try the Latvian liqueur Riga Black Basalm. So this shop is decked out like an apothecary from the 17 or 1800s, and all the staff are dressed in period clothing. It really does feel like you've stepped back into the past when you enter the shop. So we ordered a tasting sampler of 4 different shots of Riga Black Basalm. So let's dive in. Alright guys, we're at our next stop, which is called Black Magic, and here they specialize in Riga Black Basalm, which is a dark herbal liqueur. So I got the set of liqueurs here. So this one is plain, this one is berry, this one is cherry, this one is tropical. So yeah, they come in various flavors. They also have lots of chocolates and truffles here, which we got a couple of those. And they have a bunch of other drinks, which Nat got one here, that all have the Black Basalm in it. So yeah, let's try this Black Basalm out. I'll start with the original. Oh yeah. It tastes like cough medicine. The lady said it is supposed to be healthy. Doesn't taste healthy. All right, so I've now tried each of the 4 flavors here, and I think that my favorite is the berry.
The berry one was the sweetest and had the least cough medicine flavor in it. So, but the other flavored ones were good as well, you know. It didn't grow on me in the end, but it's one of those things when you travel somewhere, it's always good to try some of the local specialties, whether you're gonna like them or not. It's always good to embrace the culture and try them. So taking one for the team here. So yeah, cool. I'm gonna struggle my way through the rest of these and then we'll see what we do after that. All right, folks, after all that alcohol we had this afternoon, we decided to have a bit of a lie down, so we haven't done anything else. But now we're out for dinner. We're at a place called Colonel, which is like a brew pub, so they have food and beer here. So we got ourselves typical pub food here. Some burgers, Caesar salad, and what is that, Nat? Calamari rings. Okay, cool. So yeah, we decided to give the local food a rest for one night. A week and a half of potato dumplings and stuff. We're after something a little bit more familiar. So yeah, bon appetit. So we're gonna eat this and then we'll see you tomorrow morning. We got a lot of exploring to do. Good morning, everyone. We are at Martina's Bakery to have some breakfast. So this place is famous because it is Latvia's first bakery. Obviously not this branch here, it's quite new and modern, but you'll see branches of this place all over Riga. So this morning I got a classic Latvian bakery dish. It is called Pagrabs. Essentially it is bread that is filled with bacon. That's the traditional version. There are loads of other different versions you can get also, but today I got the regular bacon version. So let's try it out. So we'll break it open. We'll give you a cross section. You can see there's a little bit of bacon in there. Let's give it a go. Oh yeah. The dough is really, really soft. A little bit sweet, but then the bacon is a little bit salty, juicy. It's absolutely beautiful pocket of joy. Awesome. So what do you got there now?
So Martina doesn't only have savory menu, but they have cakes and sweet pastry as well. So I got one is a cream puff, another one is corn Napoleon. So I think it's a layered pie.
Alrighty, folks. So we're now done with our breakfast. So yeah, I really love those specker rolls. I had it yesterday too, so I'm doubling down. And Nat's food was pretty good as well, right?
Yeah, very satisfying.
Yeah, very good. So now we're going to start exploring Riga Old Town. So if you know Riga at all, we have not been there yet. The places we've shown you so far have been outside of the Old Town. So today is very exciting. We're going to explore the Old Town, all of the historic places, the beautiful architecture in this UNESCO World Heritage Site. So we're heading to our first stop now. We'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, folks, we are at our first stop, and right behind me is the Laima Clock. So this is a historic clock. It's over 100 years old, built in 1924, and its purpose was to help people get to work on time. So the branding Laima was put on in 1936, and Laima is a Latvian chocolate company. So today, while we're here, we're going to try some Laima chocolate. So we bought this yesterday in preparation for this. So let's give it a go. What flavor did we get? What is that?
Almond.
Almond and, I don't know, is that a waffle or something? Oh! It sings a song! This is unplanned.
Oh, such a lovely song.
Oh, that's awesome. This was totally unexpected. I didn't know it played a song. And while the music is playing, my chocolate eating theme music. Let's try this Laima chocolate. Not bad, not bad. It does have little bits of waffle in there, so it's nutty.
That's why the waffle.
It's nutty and got little crunchy bits of waffle. There we go, the Laima Clock. Very nice. Right behind me is the powder tower. This is an old gunpowder and cannonball storage building, and now it houses a museum. So let's go check it out. Alrighty, so we're now inside the museum, and this is the Latvian War Museum. So it is perfectly themed inside of the gunpowder tower. And also, it is our favorite price. It is free. So yeah, let's explore this place.
Housed inside the historic powder tower, the Latvian War Museum lays out Latvia's military history with a focus on the 20th century, including the 2 world wars and the nation's fight for independence.
Alrighty, so that was the Latvian War Museum. I have to say one thing on this European rail trip that has rung home very strong is the effect on the 2 world wars on these cities and the people. Really, really sad stories, especially here at the Latvian War Museum. You hear about the struggles of the Latvian people have had for independence during their whole existence, just going from oppressor to oppressor. So happy that they're free now and living a free and prosperous life, I hope, in Latvia now. Anyway, we continue to our next spot. Alrighty folks, we are at our next stop, the Swedish Gate. So this gate was built in 1698 during Swedish rule, and it's the only remaining gate that was part of the old city walls in Riga. So apparently the local legend says it gets its name because there was a girl who was having a relationship with a Swedish soldier, and this is where they would meet, out in front of these gates. So yeah, pretty cool story and a beautiful spot around here, really beautiful architecture, and there's still a part of the wall past here that you can see. So yeah, let's continue to our next stop. Alrighty folks, so we've made it to our next stop, Christoph the Giant. So he is a legendary person here in Riga with an epic mythical story behind him. So apparently Christoph lived right beside the Daugava River here in a wooden shack, and he used to carry people across the river on his shoulders. And then one night he was sleeping and he heard the cries of a baby. He got up and carried this baby across the river, and along the way the baby got heavier and heavier until the point he was so exhausted, when he got across the other side he collapsed and fell asleep. And when he woke up, he found a pile of money in a chest right where the baby was before he fell asleep. And when Christopher eventually passed away, the people of Riga used the money from the chest to build the city, with the first building being on the site of Christopher's home. So we love these epic mythical stories. They're so interesting. And this one's the most legendary of them all, the founding of the city of Riga. So yeah, pretty cool story. So now we continue to our next stop.
For lunch, we stopped at Lido, which is an institution in Latvia and a must visit for any trip to the country. It's a canteen-style restaurant, and our favorite part is you get to pour your own beer.
Alrighty, look at this. You get to pour your own beer here. Let's see how good of a pour I can do. Give that man a job. Alright, we're loaded up with food. Now we're going to pay. Alrighty folks, we're now having a break for lunch, and we're at a place called Lido, which is a institution here in Latvia. This restaurant is kind of like a canteen style, where you grab your tray and your plate and you go up to the front and have various dishes. You choose what you want and they kind of slop it onto your plate, so it doesn't look pretty. I got like beefsteak and ratatouille, and I got this Latvian dessert. It's called maizes zupa. So it's like a dessert that's made of rye bread. So I'm gonna try that after, but first I'll give this a try. The guy said it was beefsteak. I don't know what it is. It looks like a meatball, to be honest. Nice creamy mushroom sauce, beautiful. So yeah, you even got to pour your own beer. That was so awesome. Nothing better than pouring your own beer. And it was some sort of Lido brand or Lido brand. Not sure if it's going to be any good. But yeah, we'll eat this and I'll try this dessert once I'm done. So I forgot to mention earlier that we are at the Old Town branch of Lido. There are branches all over the city. We saw one inside of the central station and it looked to be really, really nice. It had like really cool decor and stuff, and it's less busy. This one's super, super busy. So I'd recommend going to the central station branch. Just one thing on the food, it was really, really nice, but it is very simple food. So don't come here expecting anything fancy. It is just simple comfort food, that's all. So let's try this dessert. So essentially it's made of rye bread. Apparently there's spices, fruit, and there's whipped cream on top. Let's try it out. Look at that. It's got a weird consistency. It's kind of, I don't know, really soft. Let's have a look.
Soggy bread.
Wow, that's surprising. It tastes like Christmas pudding. Honestly, it tastes like Christmas pudding. It's really spicious, fruity. It's really good. It's got a real weird texture. It's almost like the batter of Christmas pudding. If you've ever made Christmas pudding and you made the batter, that's what it tastes like. Ooh. Yep, it's good. Alrighty folks, we are now at the Riga Cathedral, which was built in 1211, so it's super old. And there's also this beautiful square outside. Check it out, surrounded by these beautiful historic buildings. But let's go check it out. Alrighty folks, so we are now at the Riga Cathedral, and part of the entry fee of €5, you can explore the cloister outside, which is really beautiful. There's all these artifacts here from the past. So yeah, really, really cool.
We were really impressed by the Riga Cathedral. We had no intention of going inside, but when we saw the price of entry was only €5, we decided to give it a go. It is so beautiful, walking around the beautiful cloister with all the random artifacts scattered around. It was like an open air museum or something. The interior was a little bit dark, but had some really nice stained glass windows and a really impressive organ. Our next stop was in Town Hall Square, where you'll find the most iconic building in Riga, the House of the Blackheads. It was originally built in 1334. The House of the Blackheads was a guild hall for unmarried foreign merchants. A very specific criteria for entry here, but keep this building in mind, as it's not the last we'll hear of the Blackheads, as they'll pop up again in our next video in Tallinn.
Right out in front of the House of the Blackheads, you'll find the site of the very first ever public Christmas tree from 1510. We love ourselves a Christmas tree. They've marked the site with this concrete and they've installed this pretty cool looking copper Christmas tree. Is it copper? Some sort of metal. But yeah, pretty neat. Right behind me, folks, is the St. Peter Church. It dominates the skyline of the Old Town. You can literally see it from everywhere. And right now, we're going to climb to the observation deck, 123 meters up. Let's do it. Alrighty folks, so we've made it to the viewing platform. And there we go, look at the beautiful views of the old town. So it cost €9 to get up here, which is alright. A little bit more expensive than I expected, but still amazing views. So we just got back down from the St. Peter's Church Tower. And good news, there's an elevator. You do not need to climb the stairs. So right behind the church, you'll find this statue here that depicts a scene from the Brothers Grimm fairy tale, The Musicians of Bremen. So there's 4 animals there, a donkey, a dog, a cat, and a rooster. So it said you can rub their noses for good luck and make a wish. So let's try it out. All right, so Nat is going to rub their noses. Can she reach them all?
No.
1. It's got the dog. Can you get the cat? Can you jump and get the cat? Oh, do it safely. Here we go. Oh no! Now someone is climbing the statue. I'm not sure if this is acceptable behavior. Donkey, dog, and the cat. I can't get to the chicken though. So we are now off to another place with an interesting story behind it. So all the places that we've seen today, we actually followed a route on GPS My City, the Riga Old Town route. So we'll put a link to that in the description. It takes you to all the main interesting sites in Riga Old Town. So that's really, really cool. So yeah, we'll see you at the next spot. Right behind me is a building known as the Cat House. And it gets this name because there are 2 cats installed on the roof with angry faces, arched backs, and their tails pointing up. So there are multiple legends associated with these cats. They all have kind of similar stories. So basically it goes, the owner of the house had a grudge against the Great Guild or the town hall, and he installed those cats on the roof with their butts facing those buildings. And the reason for this was he wanted to get retribution against them. He was angry. And the only way he could do it was with the cat's butts pointing at them. So yeah, interesting story. Another legendary story here in Riga. It seems like around every corner, there's some sort of legend story. Love this city. So now we are saying goodbye to the lovely Riga as we embark on the final leg of our 2-week rail journey from London to Tallinn. So this morning we are jumping on the final train to Tallinn, Estonia. So this is a full day journey and it's going to take 2 trains again. So we take the train from here in Riga Central Station that we're heading to now to the border. What's the place called?
Valga.
Valga. And then we take another train to our final destination, Tallinn, Estonia. Let's do it. So it's been 2.5 hours and we've made it to Volga, as you can see on the sign there. So yeah, the other train is about to arrive. It's going to arrive on this platform right beside us. So you literally just cross, there's our train there. You just literally cross the platform to here and catch the train to Tallinn. And here it comes. Here comes our train to Tallinn. Alrighty folks, so the train has now pulled out of Valga. So we've got 4.5 hour journey before we arrive in Tallinn. So a little bit of information about Valga. So it is a town that is divided in 2. One half is in Estonia, the other half is in Latvia. So where the train stop is, it is actually in Estonia. So we were in Estonia at that point. And right now we are traveling all the way here up to the north of Estonia. So yeah. See you in Tallinn. We've made it.
In the next video, we arrive in Tallinn, Estonia, the final destination in this European rail adventure. We saved the best for last as we explore this absolutely stunning fairy tale like city over 2 days, where we climb the city walls, explore its beautiful cobblestone streets, and feast on medieval food and mead. If you got this far, hit that like button and subscribe for more travel content, and we'll see you in Tallinn.